Yo, what up, chat? What up? Now, let's talk about the Enzo Marseca situation. As we all know, I think it's been a week now since Enzo Marseca has left, and I just saw my team just lose to Arsenal 3-2 to Arsenal. And I won't lie, we got lucky with the two goals, but I still can't believe they let Enzo Marseca walk. Now I know there was a lot of haters, maybe online haters with Enzo Marseca, maybe not happy with his substitutions or maybe not having a consistent lineup. But do you know how rare it is to find a lower tier manager and he transforms himself into a world class manager? Do you know how rare that is? And to let Enzo Maresca walk because of your ego is insane. He won my club the Club World Cup. He got us top four. He overachieved last season. He literally overachieved, and he not only did he not win the trophies, right? Not only did he get us top four, he found a way for Reece James to be playing regular football. He found a way for Pedro Neto not to be injury prone. He fixed Robin Sanchez. He did the impossible with Robert Sanchez. Just even deep that for a second, y'all, chat. Let's deep that for a second. Robert Sanchez, the amount of mistakes he used to do, but Enzo Maresca, he gave him life. He gave him life in his football career to make me. I wanted Robert Sanchez gone for the longest time, but the last 6 months or so during Enzo Maresca's reign, Robert Sanchez turned everything around. That Club World Cup for performance from Robert Sanchez, oh, brilliant, absolutely beautiful. Even I know there's some players that also suffered under Enzo Maresca. You could say maybe Emile Gusto, because like during Gusto when under Poch he was like a very very good right back, very good. Like we didn't even I don't want to say we didn't miss Reece James because obviously we did, but like when Reece James was injured under Poch, Gusto was covering at the right side. I wasn't really complaining, you know what I'm saying? But then like with Enzo Maresca's system, I think like someone like Malagusta did suffer, but I feel like he ended up becoming better. Like he progressed, it took time, but he was getting better slowly and slowly, right? But yeah. Also I think maybe I don't want to say Palmer suffered, maybe a little bit here and there, but still like Enzo Maresca didn't want it to be a one-man team. He wanted it to be a full team. And obviously, clearly he didn't trust some of the players, the younger players, because obviously it takes time to to develop, right? But these owners, man, these owners don't care. They don't care at all, bro. They want the young players to play. Obviously we had a center back problem that was clear as day. Now I understand they don't want like a player like a Chumbong to walk because like if we bring in another center back, he would have went. But in my opinion, no offense, but people like Balashile or I don't know, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, and Disasi, they should have been left. Them two, I've been saying those two, they should have walked. This if we sold both of them, right, then we could have brought in another centre back. Then we could have had Trevor, Colwell. But Colwell was injured before the season started, if I'm not mistaken. So we had Trevor, Achampong. Who else did we have? Tosin. And I can't really think of anybody else. Hato, but Hato was meant to be a left back, a backup to Cucurella. But he could possibly play in the centre back role. But like there was room there to bring in another centre back, in my opinion. It's a complete mess, and like for Liam, our new manager, right? I don't know what to expect. To be honest with you, I like Liam at Strasbourg. I know that the last 5 games or so he's on been on a losing streak, but his last season Strasbourg almost made it to the Champions League. They literally fumbled, if I'm not mistaken, during the last game of the season. I like Liam. Liam turned Andre Santos to an absolute beast in Strasbourg, and I believe he can do it again with Andre Santos in Chelsea. 100%. I believe in Andre Santos fully. I love our midfield, by the way. Our midfield with Enzo Caicedo, Lavia, Santos, that's a perfect. I love it. Even though if Lavia wasn't like less injury prone, it would be so good, man. But yeah, it is what it is. We for sure have a winger problem, 1000%. I will stand on. I like Pedro Neto. Don't get me wrong, good defensive work rate. I wasn't the biggest fan of selling Madueke, by the way. I know I might get some hate for that, or some people might disagree with that. But yeah, it made sense to sell him. Obviously, the money, you got to take it. But even though if Madueke stayed, we'll still have the winger problem regardless, because we need a world class winger, especially on the left hand side. I'm happy on the right. In my opinion, we're covered with Esteval, Cole Palmer if Cole wants to play on the right, and Pedro Neto. I think that's fine. The problem is the left wing position. It still blows my mind. We spent 50 million on Giddens, or 60 million. I can't remember how much it was. That's ridiculous. Even though I don't hate him, he's a good dribbler, but once again, why are we overpaying for potential? I don't understand why, when we could have just spent that exact type of money and could have got I don't know, man. We could have gotten like I don't know who we could have gotten. Can't remember top of my head, but yeah, I'm telling you, we could have bought someone way better for 60 million with a better experience, because the team does lack experience. It's like a learning progress with the whole team. But yeah, letting Enzo Marseca walk is insane. I think that was a terrible decision. But do I think Liam can pick it up and like do better than Enzo Marseca? I think it's a possibility, but I won't lie. It's just, you just gotta hope for the best. Just like how Enzo Marseca in the beginning, you can just only hope and pray like that. You can find the pieces to the puzzle and like win trophies. But yeah, this has been your boy Michael Jasher. Now we'll be streaming again later today. But yeah, peace.